Hey, today we're going over tips for travel. So we're gonna cover the day of travel and also what you can be doing while you're traveling. So while you're on vacation or while you're on a holiday with the family, okay? So first thing we're gonna pay attention to here is drinking plenty of water. This goes for the day before you travel and the day of. And honestly, I would also set a goal for while you're traveling, because drinking plenty of water is gonna keep you hydrated. It's gonna keep you feeling full of energy and refreshed, right? If you're flying, sometimes that can dehydrate you. So drinking plenty of water the day before already has you hydrated, so you don't go into that day dehydrated and kind of feeling crummy, right? And then you don't have to try to cram in extra water the day that you are traveling, because if you're driving or flying, you don't wanna have to take a ton of potty breaks. So the goal here is to be having half your body weight in ounces of water per day. Now that can seem like a lot to some people, so try not to chug that down, but if you're not already there, I would try working your way towards that, right? So we wanna look at the day before, the day of travel, and then all the days that you're on vacation or hanging out with the family. Try to get half your body weight in ounces of water per day. Next thing we're gonna take a look at, bringing protein-packed snacks. What's the one thing that is usually the hardest thing to get? Protein. Typically any of the snacks you're gonna receive on a plane or that you can stop and get, if you're driving somewhere at like a gas station or a convenience store, is going to be carbohydrates and fats. And while those aren't bad and you still need them, we also wanna make sure we're getting protein, okay? Because that's gonna keep you feeling nice and full. It's also going to provide you with enough energy and recovery, okay? So next thing we're gonna look at is, what can we bring? So typically if I'm flying, I wanna make sure that I'm bringing things that are allowed to be carried on the plane. I've found things like jerky, so beef or turkey jerky. They even make salmon jerky now, so you could do that. I like looking at different protein bars, so Epic bars and RX bars. Those are really nice because they don't have a lot of additives. I've also found that I like things like Omega bars, no cow bars. Those have no dairy or whey in them for your protein. So those are really nice to carry along with you. Also, single serve nut butters. Now, when you're doing the food in a carry-on, you can't bring the big jar of almond butter, but you can bring a smaller single serve size portion, and that's gonna get you some protein and it's gonna get you some fat. So that's gonna keep you nice and full so you're not reaching for all the other snacks. The other thing is you can also bring some protein powder along with you. I like to bring a small shaker bottle along with me for the flight, and then I'll bring maybe a couple of single serve protein powder packets. So that's how you're gonna get that protein in the day of travel. If you're bringing a small little cooler with you, to put in your carry-on bag, you can also do something like deli turkey meat, or if you've got any leftovers in the fridge that are protein, or a small Greek yogurt, that's a great idea as well. Next thing we're gonna look at, while you are traveling and you're out of your normal routine, best thing to do is to aim for your micronutrients. So we're gonna go for 2 to 3 servings of veggies a day. This even includes your travel day because we want to keep digestion going really well. And so I would suggest things like baby carrots. Those are really easy to have along with you. They don't go bad easily. So things like that are going to be really easy to get in. When you are out and about and maybe going out to eat or eating with family on a holiday, I would definitely suggest filling your plate with the veggie dishes first along with protein, and that can help, of course, fill you up, helps keep you from grabbing all the other highly palatable foods like fats and carbohydrates and all that. Next thing, while you're traveling and even the day of travel, see if you can get some movement in. So even if you're getting up for an early morning flight, maybe you get up and take a 10-minute walk before you go to the airport. Or maybe if you have a longer layover, you spend some time walking through the airport, right? And then throughout your travel, try to take some short walks. Okay, if you are on holiday with a bunch of family and you need to kind of get away for a little bit, these short walks are so helpful, and plus it's so good for your body. You're getting in, 8 to 10K steps, so you're keeping that non-exercise activity up. You can also try to do a body weight workout, right? So get a nice little sweat on. This doesn't have to be super long, even 5 to 10 minutes, but you're getting in some movement every day. Next thing, going along with our veggies, micronutrients, and keeping digestion on track would be fiber. I usually try to get people to have 25 to 35 grams a day. This can be really helpful when you're traveling, so that, even when your schedule and your routine's messed up, we want to kind of feel like something is going right and normal. So I typically try to get that fiber in so I can keep digestion going well. Last thing here, when you're traveling, you want to keep some routine. You want to have some go-to staples and good items on hand. Search out the nearest grocery store. Typically, anywhere you go these days, there's going to be some grocery store nearby or a convenience store that has some refrigerated or non-perishable items. I would grab some things like maybe some fresh fruits so that you can get your fiber in and high quality micronutrients. Grab maybe items like hard-boiled eggs, different things like that. And that way you've got your kind of your staples for when you need them. So those are our tips for travel, both the day of travel and while you're on, say, vacation or on holiday travel.